Yes, welcome. Today we are going to be learning vernier calipers. Today we are going to be learning what? Vernier calipers. Vernier calipers. And I told us that in measuring lengths or distances that there are several instruments of measurement. There are several what? Instruments of measurement. To measure length, you can use a meter rule. And this I showed you as an example of a what? Meter rule. That understood?
Yes.
If you want to measure longer lengths, you can use what we call tape rule. You can use what we call what? Tape rule. And I demonstrated that there is a version of tape like this that is softer than this one, that is used by tailors to measure. That is called tape rule. You can use it to measure very long distances. Is that clear? Now if you want to measure distances like the diameter of a tube, the internal or the external diameter of a tube. You understand? A tube, something that is rounded like this. You know what test tubes are? You used it in secondary school. If you want to measure the external diameter or the internal diameter of the tube, you need to use measuring instruments like the what? Vernier what? Calipers. Like the vernier what? Caliper. And the vernier caliper is an instrument used to measure what? Lengths more accurately than the what? Meter rule. If you want to get greater accuracy than using a meter rule or a tape rule, you need to use what we call vernier what? Caliper. Because vernier calipers measure to the accuracy of 0.01 cm or 0.1 millimeter. 0.1 millimeter is the same thing as 0.01 centimeter. Is that clear?
Yes.
That will ask you, which of these measuring instruments measures length to the accuracy of 0.01 cm? The answer is what? Vernier caliper. The answer is what? Vernier caliper. This is the diagrammatic representation of a vernier what? Caliper. It consists of a main scale. Can you see this? This is the main scale. This is the. Can you see this? This is the main scale. It's static. Then you have this one that moves. You can drag this one along. Can you see this one? You can hold this and slide it on top of the main scale. You understand? This one is known as the what? Movable vernier scale. It has two scales. Is that clear?
Yes.
The what? The main scale and the what? Movable what? Vernier scale. Both of them are calibrated. Is that clear?
Yes.
Both of them are what? Calibrated. So you have two scales. Is that clear? You have the what? Movable main scale. This is the what? Movable movable vernier scale. Movable what? Vernier scale. Can you see it? You can be sliding it on top of the what? Main scale. This is the what? Main scale. Is that clear? So anytime you want to take a reading from vernier scale, it must be the combination of the reading from the main scale plus that of the what? Vernier what? Scale. Can you see the calibrations on the vernier scale?
Yes.
This is the calibrations on the vernier scale. Whereas this one is the calibrations on the what? Main scale. So the calibration of the main scale plus that of the vernier scale gives you the calibration of the vernier caliper. Is that clear?
Yes.
Now, if you want to measure, let's say this is a tube. Is that clear? You want to measure the distance between the here and here. You have to measure with the what? Outside jaw. Outside jaw. Is that clear?
Yes.
This is the outside jaw. You just put this thing here. Is that clear? So when you take this tube, you put it here and use the two jaws to close it up. You can now do what? Take the reading by taking the reading of the main scale plus that of the what? Vernier scale. But if you want to measure the distance between here and here, the internal diameter, you have to use the what? Inside jaw. You have to use the what? Inside jaw or the internal jaws. Is that clear? So you carry this thing like this, you turn it, you put it inside here, then you drag this thing out by moving the vernier scale. It will touch. Once it touches, you start taking the reading from these scales. You understand? You take the reading from the main scale, add up with that of the what? Vernier scale. Is that clear? So this is a typical diagram of a what? Vernier caliper that has two scales. That has two what? Scales. The vernier scale that moves, the movable vernier scale, and the what? The main scale that is static. Then it also has two jaws. It has what? Two jaws. You use the outside jaw for measuring outer diameter, external diameter of tubes or round pipes, you understand? Whereas you use the internal jaw to measure the what? Internal diameters. Is that clear? So I'm going to show you how to use a vernier caliper to measure. So what is the precision, what is the accuracy of a vernier caliper? Who can tell me what's the accuracy, measuring accuracy of a vernier scale? 0 point what? 0 point what? Good. So let me teach you how to use a vernier scale. How to use a what? Vernier scale. This one is known as the what? What scale is this? This big scale. The big scale is always known as the what? The main scale. The bigger scale is known as the what? The main scale. The main what? Scale. Then you have another scale, which is the lower one. Is that clear? Which is the what? Lower one. Which is the what? Lower one. And this lower one is known as the what? Vernier scale. The lower one is known as what? Vernier scale. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So let's say this thing started from 1. We have here as 3 cm. You have here as what? 4 cm. You have here as what?
5.
You have here as what?
6.
You have here as what?
7.
Is that clear? So this is what we have, and this is how it comes out in JAMB every year. You understand? There is always the upper one known as the main scale and the lower one known as the what? Vernier scale. That's how it comes out in JAMB. You understand? So whenever you're given something like this, you just look at. Can you see this? If you look at this, you look at the calibration that we have before the vernier scale. You understand?
Yes.
The main calibration that we have before the vernier scale is what? Is what? 4 cm, isn't it? 4 cm. So you can call it 4.00 cm. Can you see it? 4 cm. So always take the reading of the the first reading before you start seeing the vernier scale. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Now, come down to the vernier scale. Check the readings. Can you see the marks on the vernier scale?
Yes.
Can you see the marks on the vernier scale?
Yes.
Now, check those marks and count it to where there is a mark that intersects or on the same line with that on the main scale. So if you look at this, you can count 1, isn't it?
Yes.
You can count 1, you can count 2, you can count 3, you can count 4, you can count 5, you can see 6. This 6 is exactly on the same line as the one on the what? Main scale. You understand?
Yes.
So you have point what? 6. You have point what?
6.
You have point what?
6.
You have point what? 6. So this any reading that you got here, Just call it 0.06. Is that clear? Any mark you have here, we count it. If it is 6, then it's by the calibration division, it should be 0.06. So when you add up the two, you have what? 4.06 cm. And that is the measurement. Is that clear? Can you, is that understood? It's very, very simple. Just take the reading before the what? Vernier scale. Let's say, for instance, we have, instead of having 3, 4, 5, 6, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What would have been the reading here? What would have been the reading? What is the reading before the vernier scale? 2.00 cm. Plus, what is the point of intersection? Still 6. 0.006 cm. So the reading would have been what? 2.06 cm. Is it not?
Yes.
That's how you read it. Is that clear? You have to pay attention to the points. To the what? Points. So let's say you have this. I want you people to read this one for me. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then here we have what is the reading that we should have for this? This is how Jam will bring it. That's how Jam breaks it every year. What's the reading? What's the main scale? What's the main scale reading?
8.0.
Main scale reading is what? 8.00 cm. That's the main scale reading. What's the vernier scale reading? 0.5. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where both of them intersect, isn't it? Yes. So 0.04 cm. So we have what? 8.04 cm. Is that clear?
Yes.
That's the way to take readings of vernier scale. Now somebody is going to tell me the reading for this one. What is the main scale reading? 6.00. What's the vernier scale reading? 0.03. Making what? 6.03 cm. Why? Because 6 is the last major reading before the vernier scale. You know, that's how we have 6.0. Then how do we get 0.03? We'll count the marks on the vernier scale, the point where it intersects with the one on the main scale, isn't it?
Yes.
So we have 1, 2, 3. At point 3 is intersects, so it's 0.03. So we have 6.03. Is that clear?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So with this now you can take any reading in what? Vernier caliper. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good.